Hey guys, Bios Ramos here. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys another video about the draft and about the draft combine, which is happening this week right now.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.
So the draft combine started on February 26th, which was Tuesday, and they have a bunch of groups come in and they work on certain days and stuff like that. And I believe it's running through the 4th, which is Monday. So very interesting. So for those of you who don't know, the draft combine is pretty much where NFL scouts, head coaches, GMs, you can name them all. They'll be there in Indianapolis where the Colts play in Lucas Oil Stadium. That's where they have the draft combine and do all the measurables. Do a bunch of things like the 40-yard dash. That is like one of the highlight events. The QBs throwing to wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, all that. Just everyone running drills and some measurements that they do. Measure your height, your weight, your hand size, all that good stuff. And especially linemen, they love doing this. The bench press one, see who can do the most bench presses at a certain specific weight. I think it's like 275. If I'm wrong, fix me on that. Some places you can see this is on NFL Network. If you have the channel, feel free to tune in. So this is how it goes for everyone. The first day of the group, I'm gonna do it by groups. So group 1, 2, and 3 is place kickers, special teamers, offensive linemen, and running backs. And so that their registration day was Tuesday, and then Wednesday they do the measurements, and then Thursday they do some testing, like mental testing, and then on Friday they're gonna do on-field workouts. So pretty much everything I just listed there, imagine that a day after, which within every groups that I bring up. So now with groups 4, 5, and 6, there's QBs, wide receivers, QBs, wide receivers, and tight ends in each of those groups. And their registration date is Wednesday, so you can imagine the day they actually get on the field and they do some workouts is going to be on Saturday. And the trend continues with other groups. Groups 7, 8, and 9 is defensive linemen, and linebackers. They will be on the field on March 3rd, which is Sunday. And then finally groups 10 and 11 are defensive backs, which is safeties, cornerbacks, all that good stuff. And they get on the field on March 4th. So last day you'll see DBs. On Sunday you could see some defensive linemen and some linebackers. On Saturday you can see some QBs, some wide receivers, and some tight ends. And then lastly on on Friday, tomorrow, you could see place kickers, special teamers, some offensive linemen, and some running backs. So that's pretty interesting to see. A lot of things have been going on. Recently today, actually, Kyler Murray got measured and stuff like that. He was like 5'10", so a lot of people are already comparing to Russell Wilson. His hand size wasn't the same as Russell Wilson, a little bit smaller, and neither was the weight. And like that's what everyone's trying to like compare him to, Russell Wilson. And I feel like there's no real comparison to Kyler Murray. He's his own individual self, and that's pretty much goes for every NFL player. Yes, you can compare them because they have similar features that remind you of the other person or so on, but they're all individuals and they all have their own type of style. That being said, it's a real possibility Dolphins will not draft Kyler Murray, and I'm not surprised by that. With the way it's looking, he's going number 1 overall to Arizona, unless there is a trade, which I doubt there will be. I feel like Cliff Kingsbury is very, very, very on board with Kyler Murray. He's been on board with him since he was coaching last year at Texas Tech. He was saying, if I had the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, I will take Kyler Murray. What pick does he have? The first pick. So that's some stuff to look forward to. So the combine highlights what these college athletes are going through between the transition of being a collegiate athlete to being a professional player in the National Football League. So it's a real tough transition. There's going to be a lot of interviews for these guys. They're going to be talking to a lot of big names in football. A lot of them will be surprised when they're talking to specific coaches, stuff like that. Like for example, when someone talks to Bill Belichick, they're going to be like, oh my god, I talked to Bill Belichick, you know, because guys just won a bunch of Super Bowls, he's champion, you know, does great. But definitely there's a time for you to see some of your favorite college players or a favorite player from your favorite college, and so on. So take advantage of that. And also Some other news regarding the Dolphins. First, let's do some draft possible stuff. I really see them in the first round. If we, by the grace of God, if Kyler Murray doesn't get picked by the Cardinals and falls all the way to 13, then yeah, take him. If not, they're gonna go after, I believe his name is something Farrell, right? Number 99 out of Clemson, and then there's also Ed Oliver, number 10 out of Houston, and both of those guys are real nasty. Go get after the quarterback type of defensive lineman. So that being said, transitioning to something about the Dolphins, which is interesting, involving some defensive linemen. Robert Quinn, Andre Branch. Both of those guys will be cut on June 1st, I believe. Those are some of the reports coming out. And also Josh Sitton. Now, what I heard was between Andre Branch and Robert Quinn was that we could save up to $13 million on salary cap. And then I wasn't sure if that was involving with Josh Sitton's cut as well, but I believe his contract is like around $3 or $4 million. So interesting to see that, and we'll see how that turns out. But that's all for now. Just see what you like there in the draft. Let me know in the comments below. And who do you think the Dolphins should pick if they're picking the draft? Let me know. And if you haven't done yet, subscribe, like the video, give a nice thumbs up, and also don't forget to follow my media accounts by Austin Ramos. Have a great day.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.